Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Deratailor. So today I'm going to be showing you how I recreated this outfit as a top. So this was me showing you guys how to wrap this outfit that I recreated. Like I said, I recreated mine as a top. So this was just me wrapping it all around my waist. And if you're interested on how I made this outfit, then keep watching. So these are the measurements needed for this. All you need is your length, your all length, your shoulder, your round sleeve, and of course your waist measurement, your waist circumference measurement. So let's get right into the video. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using, color maroon, and I got it for 2 yards. So if you are recreating this, I do advise that you use a fabric that has strength on it, that is stiff. So that's what I advise, because if you do not use this, if you use a light material, you might not get exactly what you want. So the first thing I did was I went ahead to fold it into two. The front is folded into two, the back is also folded into two, so they are both what unfold, they are both unfold. And then of course my all length is 19 inches, but I minus 3 inches for my band. So that is just what I did. I minus 3 inches for my band, making this length now 17 inches instead of 16 because of allowance, sewing allowance. I went ahead to mark in my shoulder measurements. My shoulder measurement divided by 2 is 30 inches, and after doing that I came all the way down by my round sleeve measurement, and my round sleeve measurement is 22 inches. 22 divided by 2 is giving me 11 inches. So how wide do you want it to be? I wanted mine to be 22 inches wide. I then went ahead to indicate it, so I indicated 11 inches because it's divided by 2. After doing this, I went ahead to mark in my waist measurement. My waist measurement divided by 4, because it's unfold, is folded into 4, is 7 inches, but instead of 7 inches I plussed it by 2, making giving me 14 inches. And after plussing it by 2, I added 3 inches, giving me what 17 inches. And the reason for doing this is because we are going to be drawing it into a gathered form. So after doing this, I went ahead to connect my waist measurement with my round sleeve measurement. So that's just what I did. I connected what I got from my waist, that's the 17 inches, with my round sleeve measurement, that was 11 inches. And after doing this, I'm just going to draw a straight line at it. And then after doing this, using my curve rule, I'm just going to make a curve at the midpoint of it because I wanted it to be in a curved shape. So that's just what I did over here. So I'm just going to repeat what I said. What I said was I connected my waistline and my round sleeve measurement together. Do you understand? My round sleeve measurement, I plussed to get my waistline. I plussed my original waistline by 2, and then I went ahead to add 3 inches. So my original waistline was 7, sorry, because it was divided by 4, and then I plus 7 plus 7, 7 or 7 times 2, it gave me 14. I then added 3 inches just for the sake of gathers. You could see what I did here. I went ahead to cut it out, so this is what it was giving me. So the next thing we're going to move over to is our waist neckline measurement, sorry. So for my neckline width, I used 3 and 3 inches for the width. I use 3 and 3 inches for the waist, and for the front depth, how deep I want the front to be, I used 4 inches for it. And then how deep I wanted the back to be, I used 1.5 inch for it. Then using my curve rule, I'm just going to go ahead to connect the lines that I made together. I first of all connected my back depths together. So I connected the deepness of my back and the width of my back together, and I'm also going to do the same for the front part, also using my curve rule. If you do not have a curve rule, then that's fine, you can also use your free hand. It's still going to get you the same result. So after doing this, I'm just going to go ahead to use my scissors to cut everything out. Guys, if you're watching this video and you have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're not yet subscribed, please do so by hitting the like button and also subscribing to my channel. So at this point, what I just did was I opened up the top, and then I'm going to be connecting them through the shoulder area. So that's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to be connecting them through the shoulder area. I first of all connected the front and the back shoulder of one side. You could see what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch them, and then I'm also going to stitch the other part, just like how I did for the other side, guys. So to get your shoulder measurement, remember I said my shoulder measurement was 60, and why it was 60 was because of from the my wrist point, from my wrist point to the next wrist point, it gave me 60 inches. So I was done stitching it. You could see what I stitched. You could see how it was looking like. So for the round sleeve area, you could see this is my round sleeve area. I'm going to be folding it to give it a neat finishing. So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead to take it to my machine, and I'm going to fold it and repeat the same process at this other side, just to give it a neat finishing. After I was done folding it up, this was what it was looking like. So you can see what it was giving me. So I was done. I folded the both side of my sleeve together, and then I just placed it on top of each other again. You could see, so don't get confused please. And then I'm just going to be using my chalk as a guide to show you guys where I'm going to be stitching next. So the connection between my sleeve and my waist area, I am going to go ahead to stitch that part together using my machine. So you could see the area of my chalk is like a guide, so just watch where I'm stitching, and I'm also going to be repeating it at the other side also. So this is what in like I was done stitching it. You could see where I stitched the connection area, and I also stitched these other areas together. These thread lines I'm showing you guys is what I made at the waist area of the front and the back part, and the reason I did this because I was going to be drawing them into a gathered form. So I double stitched it at the front part and also at the waist part at the waist area. So this is my waist area. My waist is 28 inches, so 28 divided by 2 is 14 inches. So I'm going to be drawing this to give me what, 14 inches. I'm going to be drawing it to give me 14 inches, but because of I'm going to be adding sewing allowance of about 1 inch, instead of 14 inches I'm going to be making it what, 15. In essence, what I'm saying is 15 inches is going to be the measurement of the front part, and 15 inches is going to be the measurement of the back part, so giving me 30. So when I am going to join it together, it's all going to give me what, 28 inches. I'm just going to go ahead to be drawing. You could see the format at which I'm using to draw my gather, so I'm just going to use my tape to measure it and see if it gives me. If it doesn't give me what I want, I'm just going to go ahead to adjust it until it gives me my desired measurements. After doing it, this is what is looking like, the front and the back parts together. You could see this is what is looking like, the front and the back parts. They all gave me what I want, so I'm just placing the top carefully, and then this area I'm going to be sealing it. You could see what I did. I'm going to be sealing this area, stitching it double times to make it strong. And then this is our band area. Remember, I stitched the right side, but I did not stitch the other side. That's the left side. So this is my band. My band length is 60 inches because as you saw the video, I wanted it to wrap around my waist. So, and the length of the band is 8 inches. Remember, we minus 3 inches for our band, but the length of this is 4 inches. 4 inches when it's on fold, but if it's not on fold, it's 8 inches. And the reason why is because of sewing allowance. So I was done joining my band together, and I'm just going to go ahead to attach it. But before attaching it, this area that I did not stitch at my top side, so this is my top, the area I did not stitch, I went ahead to fold both sides together. So you could see what I did. I folded both sides together because that would be the place I would be attaching my band into. Remember, I stitched the other side, but I did not stitch this part. Instead, I folded it together. I left a little bit of an opening. So I'm going to be imputing my band now. The first thing I did was I left out 12 inches extra, and from the point of 12 inches in my band, that was where I started imputing my band all through my waist. I'm just going to round this in a circumference. So this is what is looking like after I was done stitching it. Remember, I first of all left 12 inches extra band. So this is what is looking like. I was done attaching it, and you could see that I had rough edges at the band. So I'm just going to go ahead to fold. You could see where I started folding in. I folded from the part where we left out for the band, the part that was not attached to the top. So you could see how I was folding it. I'm going to fold it up to the extreme end of it. So that's just what I'm going to do. I will be folding it up to the extreme end of it, and after I was done, I'm also going to be folding this part in. I'm going to be folding it in a triangular form. So this is just what I did here. I folded it in a triangular form. So I was done stitching it. You could see what I did. I folded it in, and you can see how clean it is now looking, how nicely finished it is now looking. So this is just it. I also repeated the same process at the other side. And for this neck area, all I did was I used my fabric as a bias to turn it over. Well, this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you so much guys for watching. You guys, I made a tailor's ham. I don't know if you've seen that video yet. I made a tailor's ham, just as you can see on the screen. So if you're interested on how I made it, all you just have to do is go to the comment section and click on the link. See you guys on my next tutorial.